So,
Absolutely.
that's amazing right there, man. And now, do you guys have been talking? How long have you guys been talking?
It's been
Or or together? I'm sorry, together.
2.5 years.
2.5 years. How have them years been?
Listen, I'm gonna sum it up like this. I feel like a high school girl. I literally feel like a high school girl who has just met her high school sweetheart. And you know how when you meet your high school sweetheart, or this man, this person that you just met and you're just head over heels for,
Mm-hmm.
like you gonna go, there's gonna be ups and downs. You're gonna go crazy, you're possessive, like you're territorial,
Mm-hmm.
like it's just, I just feel like I can't get enough of him. Like even when he get on my nerves, right? Because we get on each other's nerves
Of
sometimes.
course.
It's like I can't seem to envision myself anywhere else, but I would say like really experiencing his energy, because there's so much growth that comes from it. So it's been amazing. There's been ups and downs and ins and outs. I'm gonna tell you like this. I for once in my life, I feel like I'm living all the emotions that you can live in life. You know what I mean? It's like as women, sometimes we're so guarded because we've been hurt and there's things that we have went through, and so we put up these guards, and it's like, no, I don't want to feel that, I don't want to feel that. So you're just in a relationship existing. And I can honestly say that I came into this, well, he knocked down the walls really quick, but I'm open, so I'm allowed to feel joy, pain, sunshine, rain, like all these different things. Whew, like I feel safe for the first time in my life, protected, covered. Like I have somebody that has my freaking back. You know what I mean? And that's priceless. I was talking to a girl yesterday on Clubhouse about this, and I said it's a shame that black women we have to be so strong. You know what I mean? And our men go through so much, but I don't really believe that male and female really understand their role when it comes to our culture sometimes. You know what I mean? Because of how hard we've had it. It's almost like we're fighting for this voice in the household. But when you approach or embark upon someone who is a straight up leader with a gang of freaking wisdom, and not only does he have the wisdom, but has a blueprint that you can follow, it's so easy to submit to that. So it's been a journey, but it's been a beautiful journey. A beautiful journey.
So, are you able, like, with all of like the things that you were doing before you and WACK 100 became one? Are you still doing those things now? Like, do you still have like your businesses on the side, or is just strictly you guys are a teammate? And how does this work?
So, okay, so this was the hard part, right? Prior to us getting together, of course, COVID happened, so things were slowing down anyway, right? And so now I'm in a place where I had to take a break from what I was doing because the market was changing, things were changing.
Mm-hmm.
So I came into it still trying to search for something, or I would say gain my footing again. And he had so much for me to multiply that it was like, well, what the hell? I'm still doing what I love to do. And I'm gonna be honest, it was a challenge because there's times where I want to get back on my own little mission, but his mission has become my mission. And my gift complements his mission. So it feels like it's not just me doing his thing. And plus he had a requirement. He's like, listen, baby, um, I don't need you going to work or do any damn thing. I have enough for you to multiply, so I need you to sit your pretty ass down right here and take everything I got and multiply, sweetheart. And listen, I submitted to that.
You
I
submitted to that,
submitted to
and
that.
now
Absolutely.
and now you're a power team because, I mean, for those who don't know, we know that WACK 100 is an entity. You guys met while being his own entity and while you were being your own entity. However, behind next to every strong man. I mean, sometimes I get it behind every strong man, but next to every strong man is a strong woman. And it's obvious that you've been playing your part in helping the business grow because you promote everything, you're strategizing a lot of stuff, like you're doing a lot of things behind the scenes. Because you know what? We didn't even know, a lot of us didn't even know anything about R&B. We didn't know anything about R&B. We didn't know where R&B came from. We didn't know who R&B was until y'all start, WACK 100. I mean, he obviously his head was in his clouds. So it's like, you know what? This is R&B. You know what I'm saying? Me and R&B started following me, and I'm like, okay, I see. Like you were saying that you was the manager or something like that of WACK, because I was trying to get next to WACK. And I'm like, yo, listen, man, like hook us up, whatever, whatever. But I see that you just was working, 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 man, and that's a beautiful thing. So being with WACK 100, it's this thing called polygamy.
Uh-huh.
The polygamy.
Uh-huh.
So how does this work? Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you are in a polygamous relationship, right?
Yes, I guess you could call it that. I guess you could call it that. And I would say it like this, right? And this is just how I feel. Prior to this, this was this was not anything that this wasn't his idea.
Okay.
Let's just put it like that. It wasn't something that he sprung on me like, hey, I want to be with multiple women. Absolutely not. Um, I came to the conclusion, like I said, prior to this, I was married before. So I came to the conclusion that, you know what, there's certain things that I see as far as like my age is concerned. I don't want to have another child. I would rather have another woman carry my child. As far as I wanted a daughter, I'll say that. And I'm like, okay, well, it'll be fine to have someone, that could carry my daughter. Okay. So that's cool. And then I guess I would consider myself, I'm into women as well. That was something that I never really would say publicly. It's something that I'm just learning to embrace a little bit. Um, and also, it was something I was considering. So I would hold rooms on Clubhouse talking about polygamy and what that looks like. You know what I mean? He must have heard me talking about it. I don't know. He must have heard me talking about it. And it was something that I believe he embraced um, when we were together. This is my first time really, I would say, ex- uh, or experiencing or living an experience of polygamy, the lifestyle as it relates. And I just feel like when it comes to a certain type of man, if your man is a king and he is,
Say this slow. Say this slow. Bring this back. And say this
listen,
slow.
if your man is a king and he is taking care of home, you feel protected. He is, honest, uh, maintaining a level of integrity. You know what I mean? It's like, shit, I feel safe and I feel like a goddess. Why not give my king, some things on the side? You know what I mean? Like, let him enjoy himself. That's just how I feel
Now,
about
when you say let him enjoy himself, right? Because when I think of polygamy, right, I'm thinking of we all live in one household. We all sleep together in the same bed. It's one verse two, but it's like one verse one with two bodies. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, it
Now,
depends. I
mhm,
don't think polygamy is for everybody. I believe you have different levels of polygamy. You have polyamory, and that is when a man or a woman has multiple loves. So that's like an open relationship. Each party agrees that, hey, we're not in a monogamous relationship. We're just gonna have many loves,
I
and they're
think
okay
that's
with
what a
that.
lot of us has been through, going through. A lot of people going through that right now. But go
Right,
ahead.
but the thing is, a lot of them are doing it in deception.
Right,
You can't even live in the truth of that.
right,
You know what I mean?
right.
And you have polyandry. That's a woman with multiple husbands. I don't believe in that. I think that's some beta shit. Excuse my French. I think that's some beta stuff. To have, I wouldn't even want two men. You know what I mean? I'd be like, damn, like, you cool with this? So that's polyandry, and then you have polygyny, and that is when a man has multiple wives. So he's in a relationship with one woman or married to another woman, and he has another woman. So they're more like relationship based. You know what I mean? It's not like he's just spreading his royal oats and doing what the hell he want to do when he want to do it. That would be, you know, poly what polyamorous. If you get what I'm saying.
Polyamorous.
Yeah,
Now, what would you
polyamory. You're right.
so when you are in this type of relationship, right? What would you say the women should kind of like when a man wants to get into this type of relationship, picking two women, how should the women, what should a man look for while when he has two women?
Listen, okay, because I can't speak for everybody because I don't know the dynamics of everyone's relationship, but
True.
this is the way that it works, and I've always seen myself in it. I've always said that I had to be the dominant person when it comes to the woman. I would have to be, for lack of a better word, the alpha, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So I know that who I am. I know that I'm more, even though I am very nurturing, I am more business driven. I'm more marketplace. I'm more take my man vision and multiply. I am very domestic, but however, I feel like that's not fully all the way something that I would want to just rest in
Mhm.
because I'm just, for all my life, I've always been multiplying vision,
Mhm.
right? And so I feel like it would take a more submissive woman to come into my relationship or our relationship because of who I am. I'm the type of woman I'm always going to esteem. Plus, I have a spiritual back and I'm emotionally intelligent. So I have this thing where I feel like my man esteems me high
Mhm.
and I esteem her higher than myself. So
God damn.
it's like he's serving me, I'm serving her. He's serving the both of us, of course, but there's a hierarchy there.
Mhm.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like boom, boom, and boom. And that's how it works better for me. So, more you would, for us, I feel like men need to pick, when you're picking your partners, don't pick two dominant women or two women that are just the same type of woman. One may be a little bit more nurturing, one may be geared more towards business or whatever that is. But I really feel like, you know, especially you might have a woman who's not as emotionally intelligent as the other woman. When it comes to jealousy, communication, like I am big on that because I've always had to speak life into people. So I'm not holding anything in. I'm always communicating. I know how to pretty much speak to a person's or my sister wife's emotions, or say if there's any jealousy. If I feel jealous, I feel some type of way, I'm going to speak that. I'm not holding anything in. I'm being truthful. A lot of times people can't handle the truth though, but that is my strong suit. So I feel like you have to have someone, one woman may be a little bit more shyer. You don't want, why would you want two shy women? Have one that is, you know, can communicate, and maybe the other one is a little bit more shy. You know, you may have one that pours into the other one more, that's one that's more nurturing. But I really feel like you should pick dominant and submissive.
Mm.
That makes for a beautiful blend when it comes to picking your partners as a man. And that's just my opinion.
What's the misdeception or perception on polygamy?
I think the misconception is, or perception, whichever word you just used, um,
Perception, perception.
either one, is it's about a freak off. I think a lot of
Mm.
people think it's just about sex, and it's not. That's a beautiful perk, but it's not just about being able to have two women at the same time. If you want to go do that, or if you want to switch partners and all, there's a community for that. I think when you really embrace polygamy, especially my man, he takes care of everything. You know what I mean? He takes care of everything. So there's a certain requirement that he has to where it's like, okay, you know, work my vision. Um, if there's things that I want to do. He invests in those things. Um, so I think that's one of the misconceptions of polygamy. People actually think it's like a freak off, like it's something that's just for sex. If that's the case, don't do it. That's what I feel like.
So you have children,
I
right?
do.
How is WAC 100 relationship with the kids?
Um, he's he's Papa for sure. Like he is a phenomenal. He stepped in and just really assumed the position as a father. He plays that role. He goes to the parent teacher conferences. I don't have to talk sometimes. I'm like, and I'm not. I'm gonna be honest with you. To kick back and to be able to have him like do those type of things. I think the last parent teacher conference we went to, I didn't have to say a word. It was just kind of like, wow, he's such a dad, and this is something that he already has experience in anyway. So it was just something that was natural for him. My boys love him. So
That's, that's we don't. It's a lot of things like when we looking at WAC 100, right? We looking at the person that's into stuff online, arguing with people, verbally fighting with people. We know that he has his businesses and things of that nature. We know that he has 2 kids of his own that are grown. However, like I said, we didn't know too much about R&B. And now that we know something about R&B, I'm sure it's a lot more that we're going to cover. But him actually playing his part as a father figure, WAC 100 going to the parent teacher conferences, WAC 100 leading not just you and in a polygamy relationship, but he also leading the kids as well. So shout out to WAC man for actually being a man's man and like not just making it seem like, you're just here just to be here because you're a pretty face and you got a, nice body going on 45 years old. Like, no, this is actually a family. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Um, would you now hold up? Because I want to get back to you, but I want to say something about WAC again. What's on your back? That's what I want to know.
You know what?
What's
Today
on that back?
it's a tattoo. It's my
Is it
man is
real?
on my
Is it
back.
real? Is it real?
It is real. It is actually real.
Super real.
I can't show it because what I have on,
Okay.
I can't show it right now. I have to.
Oh, okay. I wish the viewers could see because it's a lot of people that's like, man, that it's not real and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna see if I can get her to show it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But
might be able to show it before the end of the live because a lot of
okay.
people don't think it's real.
And, and what were you thinking when you got not just a face? Well, first of all, you didn't get just a name or some initials. You didn't get just a face. You got a whole like from the waist up details on your back.
Well, it's
What were you
actually,
thinking?
uh, so it was something I wanted for my birthday. He didn't ask me to get this tattoo or anything like that because a lot of people are like, whoa, all this stuff. So it was something I wanted for my birthday. Because it was just like, I hope I'll get too emotional.
Take your time.
It's like when you have waited your entire life to experience a certain type of energy and you finally get that, it's like, how do you express your gratitude? Like, how do you? So for me, it was like, yo, give him the skin off your back, baby. Like, like give him the skin off your back, right? Something that you have never done and would probably never do for anybody. And it was just like I wanted to give him something that I couldn't take back. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, that's heavy.
yeah, it was like I wanted to, and I feel like he has my back, regardless to, if something was to happen to me. I know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, that this man would take care of my babies. Um, he would make sure that everything's good concerning me. If anything ever happened, you know what I mean? He's a very loyal person when it comes to really making sure that he takes care of his obligations. And I noticed that about him. I know that about him. And he gives so much, and a lot of people don't see that side of WACK. They don't see the side that I see where he gives so much and he puts other people before him sometimes. And all they see is the WACK that is, okay, this aggressive person. By the time you can't keep poking a bear and don't think that bear is going to go to hell. He's going to go, he's an Aries. He's going to go all the way to hell with you. He's going to drag you down there, right? But there's another side of him that's so giving. Um, and it was just like man, I I couldn't think of anything else. I was looking at that picture. That's one of my favorite pictures. And then the thing about the pictures is he gave me this, and on that picture, he's actually wearing this necklace. So it's a 101, and I'm just like, yo, yeah,
Was
why not?
anybody did you get any backlash on making that decision, like your mother or family, friends, children? Like,
Listen,
was anybody saying like you're bugging out? Like, why would you do something like that?
let me tell you something, baby. I mean that respectfully. I'm talking like an auntie because let me take it, And let me tell you something. It's like this. I'm a grown ass woman, right? I've taken care of my damn self. So I wouldn't allow anybody to come into my ear and tell me what they feel about my tattoo. Now, I did have a couple of friends and, some people that were married for long periods of time. I'm talking 30 years, and they've known their husbands forever. And they told me, baby, I would never do anything like that, ever. I might get them tattooed, but that I'm not doing. You know what I mean? So that was about it from people that were the closest to me. You know what I mean? But of course, strangers and other people that called me stupid and dumb and all this stuff and crazy, and she must be on drugs. And I was like, I am. My drug is WACK 100. I'm crazy out my mind, addicted. Don't want to kick it. Okay, keep me,
Yeah.
keep me
Yo,
strong,
yo,
dumb.
what yo, listen, Whack. Listen, you mess up on this, man. We might not see you the next day, man. So, because she's obsessed.
I am
This woman
out my mind,
is
crazy about it.
this woman is obsessed with WAC 100, and it shows. I always say action speaks louder than words, but character speaks louder than actions. It shows in her character, it shows in her actions, and it shows in her words. So let's jump back onto you. Let's focus on you. Do you feel like you can go out there and, speak about polygamy, like in a sense of like letting people know like it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Why not? Like if you had to talk to some women right now that's on this live, what would you tell them about polygamy and why it's a great choice to to do if they want to get into with it?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't convince. It's not for the weak, and I wouldn't convince anyone to do something that they're not really considering or into anyway. You know what I mean? I don't feel like polygamy is for everybody. I don't think, and this is my personal opinion, I don't think that a lot of men are emotionally intelligent enough
Mm,
or even financially stable
mm,
to even deal. So, because it's either or for me. You know what I
mm,
mean? With that. Um, I feel like it's a good thing because a lot of men are living a lie. You know what I
mm,
mean? And there's a community of women who say, you know what? I want a sisterhood. Maybe I didn't really have, or I'm used. I want to have like someone that is that has my back as relates to a woman in my life. You know what I mean? You know, um, and don't mind sharing their man. A lot of men are out here shit cheating and dipping anyway. You're dealing with him and two of his baby mamas, and y'all done built a relationship and all of this, and it's like, why not bring that together? However, like I said, I don't think it's for everybody. But if I would have to say something about that, because I'm still learning.
You're still learning.
I'm still growing in it. This is my very first experience with um
a sister wife.
yeah, sister wife, and there's sometimes where I might be a little bit possessive. There's sometimes where I just want him completely all to myself. I can go up and down in my emotions, and that's the real thing about that. You know what I mean? People try to make it seem like it's all good. But it helps because one of the things about her is we're really good when it comes to communicating with one another.
Good.
So the communication is great, and whatever we feel, we're able to talk that out. You know what I mean? So I just think that you have to be willing and open to tell your truth. You know what I mean? There's a whole community of women out there that's willing to share, fellas. You don't have to like do things in deception. If you feel like you're the type of man that you can't just see yourself being with one woman, you need to let a woman know that. Stop. This is why I'm gonna be honest. This is one of the reasons why I promote polygamy, and I will promote polygamy, is so that men can stop taking away women's choices. You know what I mean? A lot of our women are hurting because it's like men can be so freaking selfish. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there's not a lot of R&Bs. So from what I heard, from what different men have told me, the women who will, I hate to say this out loud, but some of the women who will share their men may not be as well rounded as myself, or even fit, or look as good. They may not be as attractive. You know what I'm saying? Right. I've heard a lot of men say that. So there's a lot of women that feel like I look good. I have it together. I'm not sharing shit. I'm selfish. Da 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 da.
I'm enough. But they don't. Some women say I'm enough.
I'm enough, but their men are still cheating on them. And the men are living in deception because it's like, I want that anyway. So I'm gonna lie to you and make you feel like you're my only one, but really I have like 3 other women on the side. I'm doing all this other shit and you don't really know about it. So why not embrace it?
Wow.
Especially if what you want from it. If he's providing, protecting, what else? Communicating
is a big part, even if you in a monogamous relationship. I mean, communicating is one of them.
Absolutely. So I think to each his own. I'm not here to convince anybody to live the life that I live, because at the end of the day, they're not me. They haven't walked through what I walked through, and they don't have the same desires that I have. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I feel like it's more on the man when it comes to that. Like living your truth. That's all I feel. Living your truth. So if I was to try to convince anybody, it wouldn't be the women. It would be the men.
So do you think that men have a turning point where they say it's over? Like, so I believe that men get to a point where it's like they're just done. Like, they're done having sex with multiple women over and over and over again. Like, been having sex since junior high. And if you were and this is an even playing field. Junior high and high school is an even playing field. So it's not about your money. It's not about it's not about, well, a little bit of your clothes. It's about your swag, how you look, how you talk. It's an even playing field now. Right. And if you've been a man since junior high, high school, college, if you went, it's like, after a while, it's like, yo, it's over, bro. How many humps I'm gonna keep? How many times I'm gonna keep doing this until I get the ultimate one? I believe that some men do slow down and just be like, I'm ready to just chill for the rest of my life. I got like 30 more years to live. Let me chill. Do you believe in that?
I do. Honestly, I do. And it's so funny. I posted, I did a post, and this I mean, people comment on this post every day. And I asked the men, if you had a choice between being with one woman for the rest of your life or two or more, what would it be? I was really surprised that majority of the men said one, because they didn't want the headache. They didn't want to have to balance the emotions. They didn't want to have to take care of all of them. They just wanted to be with one person because they just wanted to build with one woman. And then the men, a lot of the men who said they wanted two, it wasn't even for the right reasons. It was dumb shit like, oh, the other one may be on her period and I can have sex with that one. Or, you know, she may have an attitude and I might need to go to this one. Or when when they get on my nerves, they can console each other. And like, just I didn't see too many men say they wanted it for the right reasons. You know what I mean? It was just kind of like, you just want to have sex, you just
That's
want to
it.
have another option, and that's fine if that's your truth, because there's a whole community of people out there for
But
you.
this is the thing. A lot of men want that, but a lot of men can't handle that another man is treating the girl the same
Right.
way. I've been a male species all my life. So at one point in time, I'm running around having sex with multiple women, but I want you, I want you to stick around and don't talk to nobody. And when I feel like coming back to you, I will come back to you. At one point, that's how I used to be. And if I would have found out that you did have sex with somebody, now I'm going crazy because I feel like now this is the competition. Did he grab your hair like I do? Did he whisper in your ear like I do? Did he yell? Did he moan? Did he smack your ass? Did he make you come like me? I'm thinking of all of these things now.
Right.
So at the end of the day, a lot of guys don't want that. Well, you know what? We could all have an open relationship. A lot of guys, they be wanting the girl to just sit around and do nothing. And when I come back to you, I'll come back to you. And that's not, I mean, for me now, the way I think and move is not, I'm good off of that. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that's natural though, because men are naturally territorial. They're natural. You
Well,
guys are
well, well,
naturally
well,
territorial.
yeah. Yeah,
And
you are
then
natural.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then I believe, even if you go and read that book that everybody subscribed to, if you go to the Bible, you saw men that had multiple wives, but you didn't see that with women. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think women were created to be like that. I don't think that we were created to be. Men and women are not created equally. I'm
I
afraid
agree. I
we're
agree.
not.
I mean, if you look at all the male species of all animals, most male animals do roam off and, go do certain things. I mean, a penguin, I think he stick around for a while. There's a few other animals that like kind of like stick around, but for the most part, I mean, even if you consider yourself a lion, the lion walks with seven lioness. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I what makes us different, we are human and we should be able to control our emotions as much as possible. However, I do agree with you.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I really be feeling like men be so damn selfish, because it's like, if you're gonna do that, at least have some type of understanding and be able to empathize with what your woman may be feeling. A lot of men are, it's just like, yo, the things that you a man wants a woman to allow him to do, but then have no consideration if her feelings or emotions are up and down,
Mm,
but you want this woman crazy, out her mind about you.
mm.
And it's like, man, no, you got to slow down and kick back and think, if I was in her shoes, could I handle
Right.
this? No, examine yourself and say, hey, am I doing this because I just, like you said, I'm just humping around? I've been a man and I've been having sex since I was young and what you say, high school, junior high. So this is just a way of living for me. This is something that I've grown accustomed to. And I feel like, I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like the reason why men can do this, and men, I need y'all to lean in when I say this. I feel like the reason why men can do this is because they've gotten used to fucking. Okay, I'm just gonna say it straight out. They've gotten used to the act of just having sex, right? Instead of being able to bond with a woman intimately. I believe that sexual intercourse is more than just getting a nut. It's more than just, oh, it's for reproduction. I believe through sex you can heal, you can impart, you can restore. You know what I mean? You can snatch out gifts.
Mm.
You can become one in a way that you finish each other's sentences, and your mind. Being Cash, he was in the here the other day, and he was thinking something, and I said it. There was something, it's just like you're in sync with one another. He uses this phrase of, an
Just cut off. So I'm waiting for her to jump back on. But how y'all enjoying the live so far? Shout out to everybody that's on. Shout out to everybody that's in tune. You know what I mean? Like, we having a great conversation. Just getting to know R&B. The wife, the girlfriend of WACK 100. It's a lot that... And shout out to WACK 100 for even, approving this. You know what I mean? Like, respectfully, man, he allowed his woman to, expand her knowledge, expand her brand, which is his brand. And it makes sense, man. So shout out to him. But I'm waiting for R&B to come out, to pop out, so we can finish this live up. But we're having a great conversation, you know what I mean? A great conversation, for sure. And this is what it's all about. Getting new perspectives. Yo, Derek, what's up, brother? What's up, baby? Shout out to Derek, man. All the way in Texas, man. Shout out to Derek. That's my brother, man. Attached to me and his brother, not his blood brother, but my brother, which is his brother, is actually doing life in jail, man. And this is how we got connected, man. Your Clubhouse shenanigans, man. I appreciate you, man. This is definitely a great live. I'm waiting for her to jump back on. She probably get her something. Okay, there she go. All right. Got her.
Okay, I don't know
Yeah.
what.
Yeah. I forgot exactly where we was at, but at the end of the day, we was having a great conversation.
We were talking about the difference between the reason why men chase a nut. I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people chasing a nut because that's all they're doing is chasing a nut, but they really don't understand how to be intimate. The art
Well,
of love making.
let me reroute the room real quick. So we have R&B on live right now. She is the wife, the girlfriend, the everything to WACK 100. And we just getting to know R&B, man. The queen R&B. We getting to know her. We getting to understand her mindset, her beliefs with polygamy, and the things that she do as far as being a teammate, a partner to WACK 100. So yeah, this this thing about sex, right? And I guess I don't want to just say being a Scorpio, but I feel like Scorpios, I only hear Scorpios speak about this though. Like, sex can happen with any and everybody.
Mhm.
I mean, like, everybody can perform sex,
Right.
right? We all have done damn near the same things. It's about what else can you do that somebody didn't do. And it's a lot that somebody didn't do besides insert themselves or put themselves on you. And it's a mind thing. How do
Right.
you control the mind to where as though, like I always say, well, he might be in better shape than me in my manhood as far as manhood size is concerned, but I've done other things that wipe that out. And that's what making love is all about, right? It's about not being selfish. And I think
Right.
us as men, we have to learn not to be selfish and take your time because, and I'm not just talking about intimacy like in a physical form, but I'm talking about intimacy in a mental form.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, man, I feel like when you're with your mate, making love is supposed to heal pain, right? Like I remember I used to watch movies back in the day, and I know it was a movie, but I felt like this is what it was when, let's say, the wife says she's feeling down and now she's feeling depressed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know, she probably lost her job. Now the first thing is I hear, I'm sure you're not thinking about having sex because in reality, sometimes we're using sex in the wrong way.
Absolutely.
That's when that's when you are supposed to make love to your wife. Embrace her, give her some inspiration, give her that leadership, but also make love to her so she can release.
Right.
So I was just piggybacking off of what you were saying.
That's dope. That's that Scorpio stuff.
Yeah,
We have that balance when it comes to that. So I really feel like it just touches on your point when you say a lot most men, when do men get tired?
yeah,
And that's a question. That's a great question. When do men get tired? If you had so many experiences where, it's just that. I feel like men just spend a lot of time, you know, proving themselves sexually. It's like I gotta outdo myself with this one. And I think men go through certain things, where it's like, shit, I gotta make sure I still got it. I gotta show myself I still got it. Um, so I think that some people will get tired of it, but there's a lot of men who won't because that's all they're used to doing. It's a
mm,
sport for them
mm,
at this point. It's something that they do, and they just feel like they do it so well. This is what they had to offer. So,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. For me, I can't. Like, I'm not even. I live by myself. I'm single. I can have a woman in here every night, whether she a one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. At the end of the
Y'all
day,
hear that, ladies? You heard what he said. You heard that, ladies. We gonna auction him off. We gonna bring
oh
him to the
shit.
100 side.
Oh shit. Yo, Whack 100. I can't keep up with you, Whack. You know what I'm saying? Because what you have right here is different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
give
love
me.
you,
Yeah,
baby. I
yeah.
love my man. Oh my God. But
Oh
anyway,
man,
I
yo,
got
listen.
distracted. Every time I see him pop up, I get distracted. I need to, it just be like, I get distracted. I swear, I get distracted. What was I
But
saying?
what makes is that type of love still around? Is it? I know you spoke about like it wasn't about the money for you, right? And sometimes people, it's like it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that it's not about money because I listen, and I'm not gonna be long winded with this, but I do believe that money play a part in a relationship to keep it fun, healthy, so on and so forth. But is it all about money? Like, can you help? Is it all about money? I don't know. Like, is it a
No,
nine to five?
listen. Okay, so I, I feel like a person can have money and have terrible character. Like you can't buy class. And some people it's just like, yo, you just are who the hell you are, right? Um, I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think women who have heart in their hearts, that's what they look for. But I think women who are open to love and really want to grow with their partner, like we're looking for, well, I ain't looking for shit because I got mine. But what I was looking for, I'm serious. What I was looking for was, I just gotta say that. So don't nobody get it confused, okay? What
Right.
I was looking for was wisdom. Somebody who can lead me. Like a lot of people, a lot of women don't even know this, right? Um, so a man can lose it all. I heard, and I don't want to call this man's name out, but he's on Clubhouse. I'm gonna go ahead and put my brother Dante on blast. But he was talking about how when he lost certain things, how it ruined his relationship because he had so much pride in those things that when she was trying to help him and wanted to stick in there with her, with him, he pushed her to the side because that's where he saw his value in. Now I have no value to you because I've lost everything. With my man, and I think with men, what women are really looking for is like, do you have a vision? Do you have vision? Do you have tenacity? Like, do you have a blueprint? That's most important. Like, do you have a positive outlook on life? Are you optimistic? Like, do you know what it feels like to build from the ground up? Do you understand your gifts and your talents? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can create, especially when you go through certain struggles, you can create something out of nothing. And that's the beautiful thing. Do you have the ability to speak life into your woman and uplift her to the point where what you're pouring into her pours back into you when you're down? You know what I mean? So, what are you reflecting? And I think that's the beautiful thing about that. People look at it like money, 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 money. It's that don't mean a bag of shit, but stability is one of the things that we look for as women. I'll say that. Because like I said, you can have a horrible person, but it's really about that man's ability to lead, his wisdom. Like, is that valuable? Like, does he hold value in those areas? You know what I'm
So
saying?
so a woman so because it's different brackets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Men and women. You got rich men, you got middle class men, and like when I say most of us, I'm talking about black people. You got poor men.
Mm-hmm.
You could be poor making 50,000 a year. You could be poor making 60,000 a year, 75,000 a year. I'm thinking even 100,000 a year, depending on what you got going on, how many kids you have, where you live, that lifestyle, right? I hear a lot of women always just like, what do you bring to the table? And I heard you say, like, a vision. If you have that vision, if you have stability, if you have tenacity, if you have goals, then it's opportunities. And for us, sometimes I feel like women look out for each other more than men do. Like even in the realm that we're in, I feel like it's gatekeepers. A lot of men hate on each other so much that they don't give them the opportunity to get in because of jealousy, because of wanting all. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to stop you on this one. That's such a trigger to me, and this is a trigger to me. And I say this all the time to certain men. I hear a lot of men on Clubhouse. The app, shout out to the 100 side of
Shout out to
Clubhouse,
100 side.
100 ENT. So I say this to a lot. I heard a couple guys say this about the gatekeepers, and they're like, "Well, they won't let me get it." And there's people that are guarding the gates. I'm like, and I just go bananas because you're looking at a woman who didn't make excuses, right? It's like from the age of 15, I was on my own. Um, Found a love for hair. Started that as a business. Became a licensed cosmetologist. Had to drop out of school at 16 to get 2 jobs because I was pretty much on my own. So I didn't make any excuses. End up getting a GED. You know, going to college, dropped out when I got pregnant, all these different things. Got a license as a cosmetologist, then ended up starting a marketing and branding company. So it was like whatever gift that I had, I cultivated my own gifts. I didn't allow who wouldn't let me in the door. Do you know how many women, when I was doing hair, business women would come and sit in my seat that were wealthy women, and I would just, hey, can you mentor me? And it was like nothing. But I didn't complain, because at the end of the day, I don't know what the hell they had to go through to get to what they had to get to. I don't even know if I would have made it in those doors, if that was something that was suitable for me. I could have went in the door, but could I keep myself in the room? I could have got in that room, but could I keep myself? Did my gift qualify me to be even in that space? Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I hear men and women, it'd be mostly men talking about gatekeepers and all that, and no disrespect to anybody, because I understand we're different. But I'm like, well, what God-given gift do you have? What 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 is it about you that you can't just create the freaking space that you're in? That's one of the things I love about my man. Is the fact that he's going to create his own goddamn door. That's why he's in it. He's going to create his own space. There's not a no for him. You tell him no, he's going to find out a way to do what he needs to do and how he needs to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like on some positive legal stuff. Now I ain't talking about illegal shit. Like he's going to create his own opportunity. And I feel like that also comes with having, you need to tap into the right queen as well. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a woman being able to motivate you and tell you, baby, you can do this. You got this. It helps a lot as well. And I feel like that's a portion of what a lot of Black men are missing. Women that are willing to work with them.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, because a lot of, again, it's unfortunate. You even have women out here with nothing that's like, yo, you better come with something. And the thing that people fail to realize is that it's over 300 million people in America. About 8 to 10% of them are millionaires. We are the bottom of the pole when it comes down to poor people. And we cover that a lot. So when certain women are looking for a man to have it all together, it's like, damn, we do got it all together. You just don't see it because you don't look at me as this man that's like, yo, potential. You looking at me like this man just don't got it and I ain't got time. And that's cool. I used to get upset about that, but that's cool. Now it's more like, don't be like Vivica Fox and was sexy and pretty, looking for the right one with the best pockets and all of that. Then when you turn 60, you like, well, I'm here for a man, and at this point, any type of man. Don't,
Right.
don't nobody want to be 60 and 70 and alone. So I like going back to the beginner stage. I like how you didn't just go after the money. It was like, I can bring this to the table to make more money
Right.
with you and WACK 100, and I honor that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of women out here and men that don't know what they're missing. Where you can be a great partner, a great teammate, and start making money together. Because it seems like that's the ultimate thing: money, 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 money. Which I get, but it's like, how do you know if we can't do more without looking at money first? And I ain't saying be with somebody that ain't got it together. Nigga, do you get up and work? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like at a certain age, now if you're living in New York, Boston, Washington State, California, DC, it's a good chance that the cost of living is high. But like, bro, don't tell me you live in Philadelphia and you still live with somebody. Unless you just
Right.
went through, like, because Philadelphia is like the fifth largest city in America, but it's super cheap to live in.
So that's where you're from, Philly?
Yeah, I'm from Philly, but I live in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the only thing. Like, don't have a bozo around always making excuses on why they can't do this and why they can't do that. But as far as just, I want to say gatekeeping, I do believe that a lot of men are gatekeepers more than women. I'm just a firm believer in that. Now, that's not stopping me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't get 45,000 followers because I was letting people stop me from being who I am.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But I can say that a lot of things have been stopped based on who I am and certain people. Because relationships is a mother effort. You and I can be cool and you don't have to like Shorty over there. But what if she want to get down with me
Right.
on business? So it's like guys be going through that. I rarely see women go through that. I'm not saying that y'all don't be hating on each other, but I rarely see women gatekeep each other. It'd be more so black women, black power. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that I wanted to say behind that.
Black women, black power. That can be a blessing and a curse.
Okay.
Black women, black power. Black women, black power. We help each other, but we neglect our men.
Oh
What type
shit.
of shit is that?
Oh shit. Well, bring that back.
Black women, black power. We help each other, but we neglect our men. That sounds like some lesbians. Just respectfully, ladies. I'm sorry. Respectfully, I believe in supporting your man. So I really feel like we get so caught up in that. Okay, I'm gonna just say it, right? I'm gonna just say it because it's obvious. A lot of women, right? And I'll just speak about the women because I'm not a man. A lot of women would rather go clock in and work a job and be very submissive to their boss and see their man at home with vision, getting up every day. Because there's a difference between a dreamer and a visionary. There's a difference. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But a lot of women would rather go clock in because they know they're getting that check. All they have to do is show up and be submissive. Yes, no. The man had the whoever they're working for has a
Yep.
vision. There's a schedule. You know when
Yep.
you clocking out, when you clocking in. He
Yep.
has a certain thing that you're working towards. There goes that blueprint. There's a blueprint. There's a vision. There's a goal, right? I'm trying to help y'all, fellas. So they'll rather go clock in with them than roll up their sleeves and work with you, right?
Damn.
But then it's crazy because instead of doing that with their man, they'll go work and clock in and do that for that man, but then go and cultivate the gifts in their homegirls. They ain't got the patience to do it with you because they feel like you should already have that shit together. And it's a hard, listen, I say our men have it so hard because I'm going to be honest with you. I don't fully agree with that. I feel like there was a reason why there's male and female. Why we're created, you know, with these different um things, as a male and a female. I'm not a man, he's not a woman. So there are certain things that we have together that balance one another out. I might be a great tasker. One of the things that my man does is he's good at pulling it in. Like he'll catch a fish. He'll catch it and blah, 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 lay it at the table. I might have to cook it and clean it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I might have to say, baby, try using this bait. Oh, you know what? I was using this. So now the fish is a little bit bigger. So I may have
Mm-hmm.
to like kind of kick back and watch and see what he's doing and say there's a better way to do that and vice
Mm-hmm.
versa. But we don't have the patience to do that because guess what, ladies? We're competing with our men because we feel like I've lost myself in him. Well, if it's a goal that you guys are trying to get to together, how could you feel like you lost yourself in him when it's supposed to be one thing,
Right.
when it's supposed to be a unit? So I really feel like a lot of women are in error because it's like when it comes to the women empowerment thing, I'm just going to empower my sister, fuck my man, or screw my man. You know what I mean? Like,
So what would be your advice? What would be your advice to women that's combative? Um, I notice a lot of women, they can't control their children, but they want to control their man. Um, what would be your advice to women that's having these difficulties? And it's like, you got a man right here.
sis,
And if you
go
get
heal.
go okay. Okay.
Go heal, please. That's the number one thing. Sit down and take accountability for where you are. Like I think that's a lot of that's the reason why people can't grow, because they blame everything. It was my mama. It was my daddy. Like shit, I had it hard when it came to both, but I didn't let that wasn't an excuse for me. I looked at them and I said I didn't want to make the same, mistakes that they made or choices that they made. So I chose a different path. So first, I would say sit down and really take accountability for yourself and really see: am I bitter? Am I dealing with some stuff? Am I carrying baggage from my old um, relationships? Am I even in the right relationship? Like, does my gift even complement this man's vision? Do I even know who the hell I am? Like, do I understand the reason why I can be so effective in my relationship and even in my business and all the different things that I have applied myself to is because I understand me. I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. I understand what it is that I bring to the table when it comes to just my gifts. I don't think a
Right.
lot of women understand that. I don't think they take the time to really sit by themselves and really get to know what is it that I'm bringing to what do I have to give. Y'all want to take. You want to take from him, but what can I give to you?
You know, I used to deal with a woman, and I used to tell her that I didn't want to go take trips right now. And her whole thing was, let's take trips. Let's take a trip right now. And I'm like, all right, I got the money to take a trip right now, but when I get back home, I'm broke. And why don't you understand that? And from there, I kind of like thought to myself, like, this is not the woman for me,
Mm-hmm.
because she don't see that I have a vision. And the vision may be taking a while in her eyes. And in my eyes, I'm like, the vision, I'm like, I have tunnel vision. The vision is clear. I'm not afraid of success. So I know what comes with success is discipline. What comes with success is sacrificing. And this is one of the reasons why I gotta be single, because in selfish in that department of the goal. It's not about being selfish towards a woman. It's about being selfish towards the fact that this is what I got going on. I'm trying to show that I'm the top motivator. I can act, I can speak, I can do all of these things. I can create content, create. And if you're not rolling with me into building this brand, then maybe I'm not the one for you.
So let me ask you this question. You said maybe she couldn't see that you had a vision. Is there a blueprint? Do you sit down and have a conversation and say, this is where I am
That's
now? This is
what
where we're
I
going?
used to. I
Okay.
used to. I used to, because even like when I say I've been almost 7 years sober. So I'm constantly, spreading awareness on uh drug addiction. And
Congratulations. That's dope. That's
thank
dope.
you, thank you, thank you. And spreading awareness, wait a minute, sorry, spreading awareness on drug addiction. So I'm constantly helping people. I would drive from state to state helping a person with drug addiction when they call me. And unfortunately, I'm not getting paid for it. But this is what I do, because I know if I can't help a person, or if I stop helping people, then I feel like I got it under control. And guess what? It's a good chance that I might be out there back on drugs. You know what I mean? I content create where videos go viral. I'm dug in. I go out speaking. I wrote a book, a children's book called Anybody Can Be McFly, right?
That's dope.
And my thing is, if
Where can we
you,
find your book?
oh, you can find it on Amazon, and you can find it in my bio as well.
Okay, so anybody can be McFly. What is it? What is that about?
So,
I just
so B McFly stands for being motivated comes from loving yourself. So
okay.
I tell the kids, if you love yourself, then you're motivated. You know what I'm saying? And you're motivated to do certain things like stay away from bad people, follow directions with your parents, you know what I'm saying? Chase your dream. Don't be afraid of success, all of those things. And it's for kids. whether you're reading to your child or up to about eighth grade, ninth grade.
Right.
And it's just like these are the things, and this is boring to people, to some people. Like it may be boring because she is a 9 to 5. She was a 9 to 5. She likes that 9 to 5. And as an entrepreneur going after your dream, man, you might make 50,000 one month and then got to live off of that for the rest of the year when you're chasing your dream. And certain women is like, yo, listen, you handsome. Yeah, I see you got potential. You are potential, but right now I need the money. And I'm
Mm.
cool with that. And I'm cool with that. I'm just saying I respect the reason why I'm saying this is because I respect how, you and WACK 100, how y'all move and y'all operate and how you add value, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. And like you said, empowering, there's nothing wrong with you guys, black women, giving each other strength and courage. But if you're giving more strength to your sister and not your man, then what are we
Right.
here for?
Right. And then, honestly, too, I think another key is a lot of women do pour into their men and, want to help. And you have this thing where men will feel some type of way. They'll start feeling like, you know, you're trying to be their mom or
Yeah.
something like that. So you need to talk about that as well, because a lot of men say they want it. And then when they get it, they pretty much, it's almost like they don't know what to do with that gift.
Well,
So they tear it down because they can't receive it.
well, they don't know you got to remember. If you come across a man that has no vision, then you can't expect to see for him to see what it is in you that you're trying to do, and that's vice versa, right? So if you don't have knowledge itself, it's a good chance that it's not going to work. If you and I started dating and I haven't cleansed my soul. I haven't cleansed my mind. I haven't worked on me. I haven't worked on the things that I used to do before you. I'm bringing all of that trauma, all of that baggage, all of that narcissistic attitude, all of
Mm-hmm.
that immaturity, all of that stubbornness. I'm bringing all of that into the relationship. Everything that I never worked on, I'm bringing it into the relationship.
Right.
On top of the fact that I'm bringing my problems, my bills. If I got children, which I do, I'm bringing them with me. Now imagine me doing all of that and she's bringing everything, bad relationships, trauma that she's been through since she was a kid. You know what I'm saying? All her narcissistic ways, because women are narcissistic as well. I feel like they're more narcissistic than us in certain ways, bringing all of them problems to the relationship. Now you got two people with a bunch of baggage, and the only thing that we're doing is trauma bonding. We find ourselves, I tell us, man, the best thing that we can do is fight, fuck, and cook. FFC. And that's our way of trauma bonding. My parents made me trauma bonding. And then I inherit their pain and their trauma. And I was born into trauma. And most of us were born into trauma. Most of,
Mm-hmm.
most of us don't know what a husband and a wife look like.
That's a fact.
Most of us never seen mom. We never say, ew, that's nasty. Mom and dad kissing each other
Affection.
or
Yes, that's true.
affection or something like that. Our affection is, yo, I'm trying to have sex. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these things that we all suffer from the same pain. It's no big U's and little I's. We all suffer from the same pain. The problem is who's going to admit it. You said it earlier. Who's going to take accountability to change it? And that's the hardest thing to do is change.
It's funny you just said something, and it made me think back to my book because I actually wrote about that in my book.
Check out that
I talked
book, y'all.
about So I talk about that very thing that you talked about, how you're born into sin and shaped into iniquity, and people be like, "Oh, we're born sinners," and what that really looks like. If you want to go and reference the book, right? And how we do come into our parents' trauma, whatever their belief system is, whatever we're kind of shaped into that iniquity. We're shaped into that. So I talk about that in my book,
Mm,
because I wrote the book based off the steps of building a house, right? And so the first step is the blueprint. You have to understand who you are. You have to have a plan. You have to have it mapped out. You got to say, okay, this is where I'm getting to. This is what I want to do. Boom, male or female. I say both. Take some time to sit back if you're rebuilding and say, this is what it is, right? Because I think about a house. No house is built to be vacant. We are the same way. We go through things that may knock us down, and you know what I mean? And it's like, oh my God, you know, FEMA, we need some disaster relief here. You know what I mean? And so it's like, okay, boom, where am I at now? Is my foundation solid? Because before you can actually build upon a foundation, you got to make sure it's leveled out. There's no rocks, no trees, no nothing on that foundation. And then you lay your cement. So you go all the way back to what the hell is on my foundation that comes from my parents that I need to pluck up. Yep. What's on my foundation that comes from my past relationships that I need to pluck up? What's on my foundation that I picked up from different people in my life, mentors, whether it's habits, whether it's addictions that I picked up along the way that I need to pluck up. Let me clear this out and then build upon a solid foundation. And a lot of that takes, what I used to do is I would have this workshop that I had women doing, and I would have them write on a piece of paper all these things they felt that was holding them back from building a great future, meeting the man of their dreams, all of these different things, being a better mother, a sister, friend, whatever that was. And I would make them write on a piece of paper and put them in this little thing, a little basket. And I told them, I said, every day I want you to take one of those pieces of paper and wrap it around a rock, put it in your pocket, right? So I need you to deal with that. If a week has gone by and you still haven't dealt with that, put another one in your pocket. Put another one in your pocket. Put another one in your pocket. How does it feel to walk around with, do you look good with all these rocks and lumps in your pocket? Like today you didn't wear anything but a pocket. So now you got to put all that shit in the bra. Like, you know what I mean? That's deep. Work on those things. So I would have them work on it. Every time they came back, did you work on this? They would unwrap, take the rock, take the paper from around the rock, and then I would tell them to burn it if they dealt with that issue. And then we would deal with the next one and the next one and the next one. Because it's exactly what you said. We don't realize all the things we pick up along the way and the things that the mindset. And I believe that everybody is born with a vision and a purpose. So you got to get back to the foundation in which, what is my purpose? Okay. That was the first thing I did. First thing I said, as a woman, okay? Even if I didn't have the guidance or the direction that came from my parents. Let's say I didn't, right? My whole thing is, what do I have? What do I have to work with? I say I'm very smart. I have a great personality. I love building. I consider myself a construction worker. I love building people, brands, and networks. What can I do to enhance that gift? How can I bring this into my relationship and enhance my relationship? How can I bring this to my children and enhance my children? How can I bring this to my friends and enhance my friends? Where iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying? So that was really profound what you said, that discovery of, I was born, I was shaped into sin and born into the iniquity. And I was carrying all this shit from everybody else. You got to get back to the foundation and make sure that you're building on a solid foundation and knocking off all the things that are not becoming of you or even going in the direction that you're going to in order to fulfill your destiny. So
that's deep, man. I want y'all to see that not only is, R&B like just doing all of these things behind the brand. I mean, she deals with mental health, right? Mental health and, teaching us women, men, how to cope and recognize triggers and figure them out. Who wants to walk around with a bunch of rocks in their pocket and on each rock, it's an issue?
Right.
Each, you know what I'm saying? Each rock has an issue that you haven't worked on yet. And I know it hurts to to think. I I get it. Like you're looking at yourself and you feel like I'm perfect. It's not wrong with me. I've heard women say, nobody has never told me this. I've heard God say this too. And I'm like, well, it's a good chance that the people that you've been trauma bonding with are suffering from the same issue. So, of
Mm-hmm.
course, they won't tell you. They might, the only time they might tell you something is when they're trying to take the focus off them, the reverse psychology, moving the goalposts.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been used to being toxic for so long that it feels good. Toxic, being toxic is like putting sugar in the Kool-Aid.
That's a fact.
The more sugar, the more sugar you pour in the Kool-Aid, the sweeter the juice may be. And it's just unfortunate that we have to break out of it, and that's the hardest thing to do, is breaking out of that toxic attitude, the toxic way of moving, what we look at, what we think about. Even the first thing we think about is something negative. That's the hardest thing, man. And
Mm-hmm.
I pay homage to you and WACK relationship because I know it's ups and downs. I know that, you probably been through a lot and heard a lot and whatever the case may be. However, y'all still here. You know what I'm saying? And 2 years can sometimes be like 200 years. You know
it,
what I mean? But
it
at the
feels
end of
like
it,
forever. It
I'm
does feel
sure,
like.
I'm sure, man. But like work with and try to get 2 more 100 years out of the situation, even into the
Listen,
afterlife. You know what I
I,
mean?
I ain't going nowhere.
So are you able to show that tattoo?
You know what? I could probably let me go. Let me see if I can put on another
Click
shirt. Just this one.
on, like, how you can hide the camera and kind of, you see how hit the camera box, like, okay, there you go. Yo, shout out to everybody, man. This is the time where we're gonna start asking questions. Like, ask any question that I probably missed out. It's a lot of things that I could have talked about, but I'm not here to be cause controversial. I'm not here to be controversial. I'm here to have a regular conversation with R&B. You know what I'm saying? We're able to see the type of woman that she is. We know that she loves, 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 loves. She's super obsessed with WAC 100, and she stand next to him 1,008%. And that's the type of woman that us as black men, like myself, are that we want, we cherish, we honor, right? We're not talking about the past. We're talking about now. Now. You know what I mean? And looking at WAC 100, we heard another side on WAC 100. You know what I'm saying? The loving side, the father figure side, right? The leader side. You know what I'm saying? Not the side where he's on Clubhouse, not the side where he's on Adam 22 or No Jumper. This is the side where it's vulnerability. That side where he's vulnerable. You know what I mean? With his wife, his girlfriend, in his polygamy relationship. And I could have got dug in with that, but I didn't want to get it dug in with that, man. We saved that for the people that want to cause controversy. Controversy, I'm sorry. We saved that for those type of people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was a great, great, great conversation, man. We were able to hit around the board with different topics, and it's fun, like, so even if you want to get into a polygamy relationship, you got to be mindful of, is more to it than just sex, fellas. You know what I'm saying? It's more to it than that. Like, you got to lead too, and then you got to lead whatever comes with them, whatever type of children that come with them. You know what I'm saying? Whack 100, his wife on here right now, she's about to show us the tattoo. She got, listen, it's amazing. Again, you can see names. Some women put their names. Some women put a face if the person passed away. This woman said, I am putting this man body on my back because that man Whack 100 got her back. Facts, man. I was happy we were able to talk to R&B, man. She can be a speaker.
Let me
Okay.
see. Okay.
Oh yeah. Wow. Now lift your, if you could lift your hair up a little bit. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, now that's major. That's a real tattoo, people.
Yeah, that's not coming off.
That's a real tattoo. And it takes some confidence. It takes some confidence. That's a real tattoo. Yo, Wack, you all modest and all that, man. Knock it off, man. Knock it off, yo.
What
We
he
know you the
say?
man. We know you the man. Like, you gonna throw up a muscle, a arm flex, and a heart. Like, we know you the man. Wack, cut it out, bro. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, cut it out, bro. Like, nah, I'm just messing with you, man. So, the people that, you know, sometimes we can look at WAC 100 and just see, nah, she's the woman. That's a fact. She is the woman. Obviously, that's a fact, though. I'm definitely don't want to undermine that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not undermining that at all. Like, it's obvious that she does something to you that make you be who you are today. So I hope we can learn from this. You know, we so used to seeing you Wack as we so used to seeing Wack as this. Confused about how people see me. Yeah, because we so used to seeing you as this person that's aggressive, man, and a little messy. I accepted you. Why you ain't come back on? I'm trying to bring you on. Click off and come back on. Like, come out the live of watching it and then come back on. Yo, B, what's up, B, the trainer? Yeah. Like sometimes, we
I can't
it's
even see him on the live.
no, no,
Is he on the live?
no, no, I told him because he was trying to come on, and I told him to, I don't know what happened, but I told him to come.
He might have to go on one of his other pages because he may have gotten the same penalty I got because I collaborated him with that video. So baby, you may
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to go on another page.
y'all up there, y'all up there acting up like couples do, and my whole thing about that
The
is, you
Incredible
know,
Diapers page. He may be able to come up on that one.
yeah, we'll come up on that.
Because I couldn't come up on my other one. Well,
Oh,
I
you
couldn't
could,
do my other, not the other one.
yeah,
So I think it's the same thing.
yeah.
And then comment. Because I can't even see him on the live.
Well, he was on the live, but I mean not.
I can't see
He
his
was
comments
writing.
or anything.
Oh, you can't see his comments.
No, I can't. Oh, now I see it.
You, you know what though? Because sometimes,
Yeah, he may have to go.
Now, what's the name? Because I want him to jump on for sure.
It should be Incredible Diapers. I think that's the one. That's another one. You can look out for
I
that
mean,
one. See if he's changed.
I gotta, listen. What's his name? I coach.
That's not
No,
him.
no, 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 no. I was just responding. You know, having 28 people to me is like having 28,000 people, and that's all right. And I appreciate that. I coach for sure. I coach perspective. I really appreciate that. Super knowledgeable. But you got to remember, now if me and Whack 100 start getting on here arguing, then I can assure you it's going to be all over the blogs and everybody's going to be following through.
Right. That's a fact. That's a whole fact because everybody loves their dose of drama. But I think that's another reason why a lot of people can't have healthy, happy, thriving relationships is because of that reason alone. They're so addicted to toxicity that you know anything that disturbs that is like not normal. Hey, honey.
Here y'all go, man. Go
Hey,
Yo,
ahead, get your
baby.
shit off. Get your shit off. Go
yo,
ahead, man.
no, I'm curious, right? Because I always hear this. People say how they see me, and I ask the question. I can't never get a straight answer.
Well, I can give first of all, what's up, brother? How you
What's up
doing?
with it, man?
You know, I think it's just because like you come off as, this person that's always into something.
Oh,
It's
what you
like always,
mean?
hear me out. It's always drama. Like it's always an argument. It's always drama. So it's like,
Okay, but hold on, though,
mhm,
right? And I challenge everybody this.
mhm.
Just because I respond to a motherfucker, I always approach everybody with light hands. It's crazy that it's like if I lived a coward's life, right, then it's cool. But I'll be like, but give me something I started. Motherfucker come, we have a conversation, they get mad and they start saying things. I just match their energy. But I think it's what it is they waiting for me to take a loss. So if I let a nigga dog me, then it's cool. But when I adjust and I tell people, bro, nigga, I'm not no little kid. I'm a gangster, homie. And I tell niggas, if you ain't no gangster, if you are real authentic, a nigga that right now I love this woman to death and my children. I'ma die, whatever come with it. I'm bred like that. I come from that. I ain't had a childhood. You know what I'm saying? I've been grown since a baby paying bills. I didn't watch motherfuckers blow their brains out and kill themselves 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm in the penitentiary at 16, doing time at 12. So I handle people with soft hands, but then it's crazy. I've noticed people that have soft hands, when you come like that, they take your kindness for weakness, and then they try to adjust to a level that they don't come from. And then when you like, oh, you going up there, it's easier for me up there. Like it's harder for me to be down here. So then I go up there. They say, oh shit, what is this? Well, this is where you wanted to go, and then I'm the bad guy. But yet, my first approach is, hey, what's up, brother? You know, what can I do for you? Oh, nigga, hold on, man. Can you calm down? We're gonna have a conversation. Nigga, fuck that. And then next thing you know, some violence happened and I'm wrong. Well, what happened to 3 attempts that I tried to be peaceful? I'm a street nigga, bro. I'm gonna give you 3 attempts at peace. If you want violence, I'm gonna give you violence. It's easy for me to give you violence because my first steps used to be violence. The rehabilitated me is why I come with peace. But it seemed to me like when I come with peace, they want to go violent. And then when I go back home, which is violence, they say, oh, this nigga tripping. But if I come violent, they say, oh, he tripping. So I'm confused.
Well, I think it's over 8 billion people in this world, right? So I don't think it's the
Yeah.
people. I don't think it's the people that's in that same realm because it's
I
different
mean,
realms. It's
I
different
mean,
realms, but it's different realms of people. So it's not everybody that's watching you are not the ones that's like come from the hood, come from
but
violence.
watching what? Cause they ain't seen nothing.
No, but I'm
Ain't
talking
none of
about.
you niggas seen. Hey, bro, I haven't been a gangbanger for 25 years. You niggas ain't never met that me
But you
in
didn't.
life.
But you never. But you didn't hear me though. What I'm saying is, I get what you saying. Me personally, I get what you saying.
Yeah.
I'm speaking for the voiceless. I'm speaking for the people that can't articulate themselves. I'm speaking for people that don't know how to, that can't talk the whack. When they looking at you, the deception or the perception is whack is aggressive, whack is messy, whack is always arguing with
What you
somebody, whack is
mean I'm
always getting
aggressive?
I, like. So you don't
Y'all
think, by the way,
haven't seen me
I
aggressive, bro.
didn't you
You
not
want me to
hear?
send you my files
No,
and
I
read about
don't.
these bodies? I can like y'all ain't nobody on social media ever seen me aggressive, bro.
So again, right, and again, I'm listening to you. I understand what you're saying,
You know what I'm
but for
saying?
but people, you can't. It's hard to convince a person that don't come from that type of lifestyle to say that you're not
But
aggressive.
here go the thing, right? I ain't for the weak.
It ain't
So
about being weak though.
that's a weak motherfucker, male or
How?
female. Man, listen, I've seen the most aggressive looking people in the world. And my first step to them is, excuse me, man, or excuse me, brother, can I have a word with you?
Right?
I don't look at them and say, oh, this is aggressive dude. And, no, that means you's a scary motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's like seeing a dark hallway and you worried about what's in it. You get what I'm saying? Either you gonna walk down a hallway or you not. So if your perception of a person that you don't know, because you looking at, I know some people that's soft as cotton, but they've been through fires. They look crazy.
Yeah.
They burnt up, scarred
Yeah.
up. They gotta look. They don't want to look. They've been through something, right?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I have never met anybody that told me, and you can't find nobody that said they approached me as a man and didn't get the respect back as a man.
And that's good.
Probably.
No, but that's good that you said that, right? And that's even good talking to R&B because she shed a light on you that some people never heard of, some people never seen.
They
Just being the
not
type of man
supposed
that you
to.
are.
That's my woman.
No, 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 no. I understand that. I understand that. But what I'm just saying is like when people put up this, when they judge, it's like, oh shit. Everybody judge. A lot of people judge people. Nigga can look soft and be hard as nails. Niggas can look hard and be soft as nails.
I don't do
Niggas can go.
that, bro.
I
I
know
don't do
you
that to nobody.
probably don't, but people do.
Yeah,
This is
but
just the
like I'm gonna be real.
world we live in.
I'm not. Yeah, but I don't give a fuck about a weak motherfucker. I
I
don't give
mean,
a fuck who they are.
yeah, facts.
I don't give a
Facts.
fuck if you was a weak motherfucker and you feel like you can't have a conversation with a human being because you scared of your own shadow. That's on you. I don't got no mercy for you. Don't give a fuck about you. Stay away from me. I'm gonna stay away from you. Now, if anybody tells me about me and you don't know me, I'm gonna call you a weak motherfucker. Cause
That's a
it's a lot
fact.
of people that I can tell you what the man at the gas station to tell a motherfucker that was crying in his car, R&B. You understand what I'm saying? Hey
Right.
man, what's wrong with your mans? Yo, Whack, man, I'm a fan. What's up? What's wrong with your mans? It's my uncle. I just pulled him off the street 20 minutes ago, man. He trying to kick drugs and he just 20 minutes ago. I said, what I say, you mind if I talk to him? He like, yeah. I went over there and had a 30-minute conversation. His tears is white. He had some in him. He like, yo, man, I appreciate you talking to me, man. I never had nobody give me this type of wisdom and this uplift. I gave him my phone number, called me and checked. I mean, that man didn't tell me he was, you know what I
But
mean?
how many
Like
people? But how many
all the time.
people? No, 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 no. I'm
That's
not. I'm
that's a
not denying
fact.
that. This is me. I'm not denying that. What I'm
Yeah.
telling you is, I'm not afraid to talk to you or any of those things. What I'm asking you is, how many people do you think that don't know you believe that you're on that type time?
Yeah,
That's what
but
I'm
that's
asking you.
the thing. Like, if I don't know a person, right, I'm never gonna judge a person that I don't know.
That's a
I
fact.
didn't know you when you called
Right.
my phone. I didn't say, oh, nigga, you want to talk to my woman and make a pass at my woman and get on some. I didn't know you,
Right.
right? So I didn't judge. I didn't prejudge you.
You didn't.
What's
You
up, brother?
didn't.
I'm like, okay, cool, man. She'll set it up. Boom, right? So I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I don't allow people to justify their weaknesses through my strengths.
Talk.
That just ain't how
Talk.
I go. You want to justify your weakness through my strength. Because you's a mental midget. You mad because I'm standing tall.
Talk.
That's on you.
Talk.
I'm
Right.
not finna come down there with you. That's on you to figure that out. Because I have never, ever approached anybody, right, that I did not know with aggression, bro.
I do want to say this though, Wack. I
I
appreciate.
didn't gave people my motherfucker. You ever seen a motherfucker at 2 o'clock in the morning pull into a gas station and see a lady they don't know with 3 kids and 2 car seats and say, "What's the problem?" Oh, we've been waiting on the tow truck for 45 minutes and now they told me another hour. I'm like, which way you going? That city, I live in that city. I tell you what, see that Range Rover right there? Take you and your kids, drive home, leave me your AAA.
Great conversation with Wack 100, man. Changing the perception of who he is, or people think he is, rather. Hopefully it'll jump back on. If not, man, we can end it. Maybe R&B will jump back on. Can't catch this devil, ain't no doubt. Sure, I appreciate you, man. 456 is in the mix. I'm hitting them with trips. That's what that 456 come from? Head crack, time to get the bread back. Or is that just your area code or something? Okay, so R&B is back on. Hopefully Whack 100 come back on. Okay, Brick. What's up, Brick? All right, Brick. Shout out to my guy, Brick, man. Big West Side shit, man. You all right? 456. Got it, man. Master Street 60, man. To be exact. Big 60. Damn, you know it just cut off again. We
I
running it up.
know.
We running it
And
up.
I
It's
was
Whack.
still sitting there in the live. I said it
Yeah,
was
we run
frozen.
it just cut off. Is he coming back on?
I don't see him.
Okay. Well,
I don't see him.
I'm happy we was able to get an understanding of Whack 100, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people have their perception, and I understand what he's saying. You know what I mean? Like it's not. He's not dealing with weak-minded people. He's not dealing with scary people. He doesn't have time for it. But that doesn't mean he's not a nice person. Doesn't mean he's not a lovable person. It doesn't
Would you say
mean
a nice person?
to a certain degree, I guess. like
Oh my God.
it doesn't.
Ain't nothing nice about him. Ain't nothing nice about
Okay, well, it doesn't mean he's not a man's man. How about
him.
that? How about that? It doesn't mean he doesn't have a heart for certain people. You know, and that's just the nature of it, man. People have to respect people in the way they move and operate. You know what I mean? But it's crazy. We all just have different mindsets and different ways of moving. I always tell people this, man. You ain't gotta be a tough guy, man. Just don't be a bitch, and it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like
But
it's a lot of guys out.
I hate that though. I really I be thinking about that. It's crazy that it's so crazy. I was hearing a girl same thing last night. I heard a girl talking about, oh, I love a man's man and man this and the man's that, right? And as soon as a man shows sign of aggression or just being assertive, standing firm on what it is that he believes and not wavering, especially black men, is seen as being too aggressive. But then everybody, especially women, want a man that's a man's man. But we try to police how they express themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you're a man. I could think back to like cavemen days and all that type of stuff, and it's like, man, the men nowadays are so. I ain't gonna lie, there's not a lot of WAC 100s. There's not a lot of men who will speak their truth, speak what they feel, and stand on that shit. A lot of men are just kissing the ass for clout to get by. Have really lost the essence of what it is to just be like bold and brave and just like standing on your shit. And so when that's seen, it's almost like something's wrong with that. And that's one of the things I love about him. I ain't gonna lie. I love the fact that he stand on his shit. And if you could hear past how it sounds, it would make sense. If you would hear past the expression or maybe the verbiage that's used when he's speaking about it, it would make sense. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people misunderstand what being a man really is
You know,
when it
it's
comes
one
to
of those.
expression.
I mean, it's just one of those things where I know I deal with the psyche, right? And some people may not want to deal with that. They don't got time for that, and I can respect that. But when you got so much shit going on
Mm-hmm.
in our community, it's hard to look at a man being stern and firm when everybody that's stern and firm is just killing each other. And when Wack broke it down, like, this is not me being aggressive. This is just me being stern and firm in who I am.
I beg to differ though, because I don't see people being stern and firm killing each other. I see a bunch of emotional little boys who don't know how to
I agree.
move in logic
I
and
agree.
have effective. They don't really know how to stop in their tracks and think before they act.
I agree with you.
So
I
that,
totally agree
yeah,
with you.
that's not considered stern and firm because you walking around beating your chest, shooting, killing people because you may not like what somebody. You got to think about the people you're leaving behind, who you're taking, da 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 da. All these different things. They're not thinking with logic. It's emotional. It's a bunch of
No,
emotion. A
and I
bunch
agree
of it.
with you. I listen, I totally agree with you. However, it's one of those things where when you in the streets, so you got people that's in the streets, certain people don't know how to detach away from the two. Like they don't know how to. Okay, this is just a person with some they don't have emotional intelligence. This person right here does have emotional intelligence. This is a person that's loud, but they always say the loudest person in the room is probably the scariest person in the room. This person is quiet. Like they don't know how to figure out the two. So now it's like,
Right.
man, I ain't even like if you got a bunch of kids and gangs and all of that, you ain't got time to be thinking about who's really like that or not. Cause it seemed like the minute you say something, them little niggas is gonna up it.
Right.
Now,
They growing.
great, like they gonna up it fast. They not even playing with you at all. So it's like, yeah, I could sit back and be like, man, these kids ain't really like that. They just got a gun and act like they like that. Well, try them. And they gonna up that ish and then you're done up. But I agree with you. Trust
Mm-hmm.
me, I agree with you. I know, well, I want this guy. Where the hell did Wack go that fast, man? But anyway, if he's not coming on, that's cool. I love this conversation. I do want to say shout out to WACK 100 for allowing this to happen, right? Shout out to him for not judging me, right? And looking at me like I'm, because as a man, you sitting back like, nigga, what you want to do with my woman? Like, what you want from my woman? But he understood like, nah, this wasn't it. He understood like, nah, this is just great conversation, and not just for me, but for the both of us. You know what I mean? Like, and being able to have people talk to you, listen, well, not talk to you. I wanted to know if they had any questions before I let you go. Did they have any questions? Do you guys have any questions for R&B? Like I told them, we not here to be messy. and cause controversy within this conversation. I'm sure it's a lot that I can ask. I'm not into that. Not into that, man. Leave that for the bloggers and the messy sweet tea people. I'm not into that.
The messy sweet tea people.
I think this is a beautiful interview. It's so fun to learn more about you, Queen. There we go. There we go. Shout out to Joni.
Thank
Well,
you for supporting, Joni.
yep, she got that book. Y'all got to tap into that book, man. She got that book because even even with R&B, I'm sure people could have looked at R&B page and made up all of this. Put all of these thoughts in their brain and be like, okay, maybe she's this. But no, once you talk to her, you see that it's not that. Always going to support you, Queen. Already got your book on the way. Okay, Joni. Shout out to
Shout
Joni. She
out to
said
Joni.
she said that book is on the way. Hello. Anybody else? Anybody else with any questions for the Queen R&B? She wrote a book. She is the side and the back for WACK 100. You know what I'm saying? She is in a polygamy relationship. She is.
You keep saying that. You keep stressing. I feel like you keep saying that because you're trying to convince somebody. Are you
No,
trying? So what would be your preference? Are you trying to convince a woman to that? Is that what? Are you trying to? What's that? Are you trying to live a polygamous lifestyle? Are
I
you
say
trying
th-
to be
I say this.
monogamy or polygamy? Which one are you
Would you
choosing?
say what?
Monogamy or polygamy? Which one are you choosing?
So I know I can't afford a polygamy right now. I I just know that. Like I know
If you had a choice, which one would you choose? Let's say you could afford it. If you had a choice, what would be
it
your choice?
would be a polygamy.
And why?
I think it takes more than one woman to satisfy a king in all areas.
Okay.
And I'm not just talking about sexually. I feel like one woman can do that. I also feel like one woman can satisfy a king mentally. But I
Okay.
also think that n- there are women out there that are, for lack of better words, strong minded and have this alpha attitude. Like my grandmother was an alpha. Somebody told me to shut up.
Yeah. That ain't what I was laughing at.
My grandmother told me to. My grandmother told she was an alpha woman, and that doesn't mean that she wasn't loving, but she wasn't affectionate.
Mm. So she was lacking the nurturing part.
It was some nurturing part that she was missing, and I feel like you can find a woman. You can find a woman that's fits a lot of qualities, but it's the one quality that they're missing
Mm-hmm.
that another woman can handle. On top of the fact that women need help. Like if we build in a village of children, I always hear women say, I gotta cook, I gotta clean, I gotta raise the kids. Why not why not use the help with another sister wife? Where you don't have to trauma bond with a woman talking about your man, talking down on your man, knowing that you're going to go back to your man. You could be with a sister wife that's going to help you get through whatever it is you're going through with your husband.
The difference between polygamy and monogamy. Uh, monogamy is that you're committing to one
Right.
person. Polygamy is you're open to multiple partners. That's the difference between the two.
Now, I will say this.
I think she's asking you this question. AB, is that question for him or myself?
Is your definition of an alpha woman, and is your definition based solely on your grandma? Well, nah. I'm just using her as an example. That's it.
She
But
said,
now I'm not gonna sit up here. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm ready for a polygamy relationship. Like if I'm in a monogamous relationship, I'm cool with that too. I'm not I'm not gonna front and act like I got it all figured out. No, like I can be with both, but I would try it to see how it works.
and most people can't handle it when they try it.
I would try it, and if
It's
it
a
don't
lot of
work,
work.
it
It's a
is a lot
lot
of
of work.
work. And if it don't work, then fine, man. Fine. Like I'm listen, man.
Yeah, it's a
I
lot
just
of work.
it's a lot of people in this world, and it's not like I'm not looking at my next door neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean,
Oh,
you, you,
that's
you,
my neighbor.
yeah, your thoughts got to go further than a Bluetooth connection.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another thing. Some people, when they're when they're looking or going after a relationship, they only go as far as the Bluetooth connection go. Like it's a big world out there.
I believe some women behave according to how, to where they are in life. Okay.
Wow. So I mean, the reason why I push the polygamy to like people knowing that you are in a polygamous relationship is because I just wanted to hear people's thoughts on it. And that's all.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to hear people's thoughts. Like what were their thoughts? Like how did they feel about it? That's all. Nothing,
I guess they
nothing
don't
crazy.
feel because they don't have any questions or anything.
I
So
know this is
that's
crazy, man.
pretty
Well,
cool.
I guess people are kind of like. I guess we probably should have asked questions earlier, but I guess people because we are like almost, I think like almost 2.5 hours in,
Absolutely.
and that's what's so dope, man, about having these long conversations, man. Because when you can have conversations out that long, obviously they're great conversation. Is it okay to put this on my YouTube channel? I guess so. Go ahead,
Absolutely. Clubhouse shenanigans.
go for it.
Yes.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. So yeah, shout out to you, R&B. You
Shout out to
heard?
you,
Uh,
Big McFly.
you heard?
Born the
Nigga.
day after me.
Yeah, ain't
That
that crazy?
is crazy. Born
Yo,
the day after me.
that's crazy.
Oh, Lotus.
Oh, Lotus.
That's another
Okay. Oh, wow. So this is a good question. Maybe R&B, you can answer that.
Do I think it has an age limit? Monogamy and polygamy? No, I don't think it does. I,
I mean,
I don't think it,
it,
and I don't think it's a for sure thing either. I don't think it's something that if you chose to uh, explore polygamy, you're stuck in that. You could very well say, you know what, I've tried
I
it, and
tried it. It's
this ain't
cool.
really
I'm
it.
good,
This
right?
is too much damn work for.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a whole nother job. Having to manage other people's emotions and having to think and share your space and your man and your woman or whatever it is. Like that can be a lot. That can be a lot. So it's not always easy. It's not always a cakewalk. It seems a little bit easier, to be honest with you, to just have some type of encounters sometimes and just be like, okay, we cool. Okay, it's cool. You're just a sacrifice unto the king and the queen.
Manny said, I see why WAC 100 is in love with you because you are such a beautiful, strong-minded woman, RNB. And B. Yup.
Thank you.
Yup.
Thank you.
So, what are all the businesses that you guys have out there? I see you have the Pampers, so just
We have
drop them all.
incredible diapers, which is the link is in my bio. We are out absorbing Huggies, Pampers, all the top brands. So if you are a parent, if you know somebody who needs diapers, go ahead and click that link in my bio. Incredible diapers. Okay. Um, what else are we doing? Uh, make sure you go. Make sure you go and follow our YouTube channel.
He kicked me out, babe.
No,
I know he kicked me out.
Who kicked
He
you
cut
out?
kicked
it
me out.
out. Cut it out, man.
No,
Cut
the
it
whole
out.
live ended.
The whole live ended, man.
It's cool. It's all right. I ain't tripping.
Nah, the whole live ended, man.
Yo, man. And you know, I used to have rooms on Clubhouse, right? Remember
Uh,
R&B?
Yeah.
And I would be like, pull up and come state your issue with me. And nobody would pull up. And then one dude had a room with 1,000 people in it. What's the boy name? The cool one. R&B, the homie, the one that,
Bluefax?
the one that knew Lena.
Bray?
Nah, the dude, he real cool. He don't fuck with nobody. He used to
Oh,
do the room, and he had me up there.
I know
So I
exactly
come up
who.
there. He got 1,000 people in there, and he got all these people that said they had a problem with me. So I come up there to answer the question. Every time he
Run down.
pulls somebody up, every time he will pull somebody up, they say, "Wack, we appreciate the knowledge you give me." Another dude, he went through 50 people. He said, "Yo, I'm confused. Y'all asked me to run this room because y'all said y'all had an issue with the man. He come here, all y'all got good shit to say about him. Some of the people that got a problem come up. One dude come up and said, I don't like the fact that you think you better than everybody. I said, how I think I'm better than you? I tell you, my mom was is in the mental hospital. My daddy's an ex-dope fiend. I used to wash up in buckets. I come from poverty. I got a GED. I've been to prison damn near all my adolescent life. How do I think I'm better? I said, the fact that I come on this app and share my resources with all y'all for free and give y'all all y'all want. He was like, well, nah, you don't think you better. I'm just saying I've been through some shit too. Why I ain't got what you got? The nigga got mad at me for. So what I'm saying is, in R&B, you notice I ask people what's the problem, and they all look at me and can't tell me the problem.
Right.
Like,
And just like we were talking earlier, a lot of people be like, "Oh, it's the aggression," but it's
yeah,
crazy
well,
because
first of all,
they're
I'm
men.
not but baby, I'm not passive. If,
Exactly.
pay attention to what I say. You know what I'm saying? I'm not passive. I'm not a passive dude. Maybe I didn't come from a passive home. I came from playing football, structured environments. The coaches wasn't passive. You know what I'm saying? When they told our ass to run a lap, they said it in a certain tone. I come from my father didn't call me a little boy. He called me a man in training. So I don't know, maybe the mentality or whatever, but my thing is, I know some people that's like that. That they first step is on some Debo bad shit, right? But I'm the nigga that used to fight the bully on some real shit. 4th grade, I'm fighting the nigga in the 6th grade that's taking everybody ice cream, right? You have never heard, right? Now you go to Suge Knight, you hear stories. You've never heard nobody ever say, Wack extorted, Wack set up, Wack lined up.
Yeah.
You've never heard that. And people will be screaming it if it existed. You got to think about what I'm saying. People will say something, I'll be like, okay, but where's that picture at? Are you saying the man that approached my artist that I was forced to engage in a fight with that's 6'5", 280? If you saying that's aggressive, okay, I'm gonna say that's me protecting my client. You know what I'm saying? Because once I did what I had to do, I didn't continue. I didn't dog walk him and stomp him out. You know what I'm saying? I just, when I hear people say that, I'll be like, damn, where that come from? I think I talk to people too goddamn much.
No, you probably just don't let people talk. That's what it is.
I just be one motherfucker to tell. I mean, if a motherfucker soft, but okay, tell me you're a passive guy, and that's cool. But don't tell me, nigga, because I don't know.
Nah, so listen, let me ask you a question. What's your take on mental health though, as far as black men? What's your take on it?
What kind of black men you talking about? Different kind of black men from the ghetto,
All right, so black
black
men like
men from
yourself that
middle
been through
class.
what you've been through.
Our norm, what we're forced to accept ourselves as being normal because of we got to survive, and it's reprogramming. You know what I'm saying? Everybody come from different environments, and if I took my son, how I raised him, and put him in my neighborhood, they eat him up. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So everybody's normal is a little different. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to go, he didn't have to worry about the things I had to worry about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think mentally, when it comes to our mental health, we're a product of our environment, and only the strong is gonna be able to adjust. You gotta recognize in yourself that you gotta adjust first. I got some homies that's 58 and still 15.
That's a
They never
fact.
wanted to adjust. Even they will talk to you as if they were still 15. The gang talk, you know what I'm saying? You ask them like, well, what you got up today? Shit, I'm finna go to the projects, go to the store, give me a brew, shoot to the park, fuck with the homies, you know what I'm saying? Shoot some dice, you know what I mean? They've been doing this all their life. They never adjusted. You know what I'm saying? So, but even then, when you adjust, they call you a bitch ass nigga. When you adjust and find a way out, you's a bitch ass
But you don't
nigga.
think
If you
that's
don't,
reverse psychology though? Like
no,
because I always find like when you adjust in anything, right? And you telling a person like where they went wrong, and you could say this in the most polite way. You could say this in the most mannerist way. They still think you acting like you better than them. And it's like you only saying
well,
that because you
God,
still hurting inside.
that's where you are you letting them puppet you. You
What
letting
you
them
mean?
puppet you. You falling victim.
What you mean?
You falling victim to the brainwashing because I ain't acting like nothing.
No,
I
no,
am
not you.
I am
No, I wasn't talking about you.
no, even you. We are better than the motherfucker we grew up with that's still going home to his mama, that ain't taking care of his kids, that ain't got a
That's
job,
a fact.
who ain't learned how to read and write. Nigga, I'm the fuck better than
Oh,
you.
okay.
See, that we
Got
got
you.
this thing to
Got
where
you.
we
That's
say, don't
a
think you
fact.
better than. You a motherfucking lie, don't think
No,
I'm
that's a
better than you,
fact.
God damn it.
That's a
If I
fact.
didn't apply myself, went to school, educated myself, got a job, clean myself up, ain't on drugs, living not. What the fuck you mean? Don't think I'm better than?
That.
That they've been programming us like that for 100 years. Don't think, god damn it, you's an alcoholic, right? You's a dope fiend, right? Your kids in a motherfucking group home somewhere, right? You ain't got a job. You this, okay. I'm the opposite of all those things. I'm better than you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we are programmed to say,
Okay.
oh, you think I am.
Right.
And it's somebody better than me.
Right.
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 And it's somebody better than
Right.
them.
Right.
See,
Right. Right.
I'm gonna rewrite. See, I'm a wolf. I'm gonna rewrite what y'all just because it's written. Yo, that's wrong. I'm gonna rewrite mine. I don't care what everybody else, because everybody else been saying left is right and right is left. I supposed to say it when I know better.
Right.
You are better. You're better than who you used to be.
That's a
Are you
fact.
not?
That's a
You're
fact.
better than the person you used to be.
That's
So
a
if you're better than the person you used to be, why wouldn't you be better than Tommy that you grew up next door that's your age today, and he's still smoking goddamn sherm and shooting dice and living in his mama house, sleeping in the same twin size bed he slept in when he was 12. Why wouldn't you accept the fact that you are better than that person? Because everybody's saying, don't think you better. I am. This is where they don't like me at now. Now, this is where they don't like me at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're
Right.
better than who you used to be. So how can you not be better than the person who has made no put forth no effort to change?
Didn't even try to work on themselves, not one bit.
But think about how much you hear, don't think you better than. They make you feel guilty.
The
And to a
facts.
point to where you won't even say it. I
You
used
don't
to
even want
hate,
to.
bro.
You don't even want to tell a person, yo, I think you should move a little bit on that side because it's not working on this side. And then the first thing they're gonna say is, well, why you think you better than me and you think you doing?
Bro, this is real talk.
I
You
feel
see
you,
how
yo.
I put that in front of you? Yo, see, I'm not scared to say the things that people's thinking, but they don't want to say. I'm gonna say it.
Right.
What I'm saying? I'm gonna say it, and and I told her, I'm like, for the first time in life, um, I should tell her my lack of fear gonna get me hurt one day, right?
Mm,
I'm not scared of nothing. But I told her one day, I'm scared of something now. She
mm,
said, what is it you scared of? I said, I'm scared of you. And it's a
mm.
good feeling now
Right.
because now I'm adjusting my emotions.
Got
You know
you.
what I'm saying? Because
Got you.
coming up how I had to come up, we got to get rid of that fear.
Right.
We
Fear's
don't
just a mind killer.
Yeah, we don't fear being hungry because what we don't have, we'll go take. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we coming up, how we came up, we didn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I to tell her the psyche of an inmate that's running a prison yard that knows you about to make a decision to have a riot with other inmates behind the beef stew in the kitchen, and it's gonna be 400 of y'all in the middle of a yard with locks and socks, shitty knives to gangrene a person, 6 gun towers that says no warning shots, and you make the decision up that we're gonna go have this riot.
Yo,
You, bro,
I'm with you. And now let me ask you a question. How the fuck did you carry that type of mentality over, or did you heal from that shit?
it took
That's the
me
question. That's the question I want to ask you.
It took me 6 months when I came home from prison to be able to function like in restaurants or malls because I had to make myself go to one or the other every day because I would walk in the restaurant like I walked in the mess hall.
Mm,
I would sit down and I would scan the restaurant, and if I locked eyes with somebody, I'm heading out, what's up? When they like, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Because in prison, it forces you like that. In a mall, you walking on the second floor, they people bumping into you and this, and the rail remind me of the tear. I'm like, hey, right? So I couldn't function. Right, I believe that people that have been in prison in certain levels of prison for a certain amount of time should have to go their last 6 to 9 months to a place, a different setting that's normalized. And if they can't pass that test and function there, then they shouldn't be let out of prison. It's a lot
mm.
of monsters on the streets, bro.
There's a lot of
Because I knew
hope.
what I took, a lot of monsters on these
Okay.
streets.
Right.
I knew what it took for me, right? And it was me telling myself, you have to get back to normal because now you're in society. These people, you know what I'm saying? They have a dude do 15, 20 years on a level 4 and just let him out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Mm.
living right next door to you. Everything, his whole mentality is that. And it's not his fault, but that's all he knows. So with me, I strive every day to try to correct something about myself. I was just telling them R&B, I told them, I used to always tell you my fear of nothing gonna get me killed one day. Until the other day, I realized I was scared of something. And you ask me, well, what are you scared of? And what did I tell you?
Me.
But it
R&B.
felt good. It felt good because it made me emotional. Like, brother, I had
Mm.
no childhood. I've
Mm.
been paying bills since I've been 13, 14, doing time since I was 12. The leader of my street gang, the leader of the prison yard, the leader, the juvenile hall, but everything about it been decision making. So I haven't been thinking. I will pull up in a Cadillac at 14 years old, sitting on pillows, bro, and see the kids at the park riding their bikes and swinging. I got a Glock on my lap with gold medallion on my neck and a Cadillac going to drop off some work. I never had a chance to be a child. So, and R&B sees that side of me because when I'm with her, I'm playful. I laugh. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to not relive that, but at least kind of like connect the wires up to it. So maybe it'll help something else on this side. I try to talk to people. I try to care about what I see. So when people be like, yo, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that, um, on No Jumper and on Clubhouse, nobody complains about Denzel being the crooked cop or the dude that killed all the Mexican mafia, the man on fire. Nobody complains about his character because WACK 100 is a character. He's an entertainer.
That's a
But
fact.
like you said, but like you said though, right? R&B brings out a side of you that's, I guess what you want to say is vulnerable. But
Yeah,
but and I respect you speaking on that because like you said before, you grew up where everything had to be stern.
I had to be.
It ain't no, and this is the side that I was talking about.
Oh,
Like when people, and I feel like a lot of men, you don't gotta show weakness, but you can show a side that I am a father, I am a leader. R&B told me that you lead. Her first thing was
yeah.
leadership.
I mean, brother, I do that today. I've walked in the store. She'll tell you I get a gut feeling to get off the freeway and go into a store. I just do it. I don't know why. I go in and
Yeah.
I got a half a tank. Get off and get some gas. Why you got a half a tank? Just get off, get some gas. I pull in there. I'm pumping the gas. Here comes a little kid. Excuse me, sir. Are you doing? How old are you? 12. Why are you in this parking lot by yourself? Oh, my mom's over. Your mom's over here. Over where? What's your name? Come on, let me come. How you doing, ma'am? This your daughter? Yeah. Why is she over here? Well, I told her to go because we need some gas. You need, but she's 12, right? You got
Mhm.
other kids in the car. Okay, why aren't you out here? She's 12. You shouldn't do that. I could have snatched her up and we could have been gone.
Right.
But this is what I'm gonna do. Pull your car over here. I'm gonna fill your car up. You gonna fill it up? Yeah. So it's like I follow, right? I'm my first step is always concern and to help.
Mm.
Mhm.
Now these people that's you going on a podcast, Adam is a character. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
I'm sure.
academic is a I know all these people in a different way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know them. You know what I mean? Joe Buttons is a character. All these people are characters. They entertainers, right?
Right.
But if these people feed off into this is just who we are, I mean, we're obviously sitting there on the microphone with a camera, and I don't
Yeah,
want
but
to.
some people don't think past their height. Some people, so the message and the character go over people's
Mhm.
heads. So you got to remember, it's a lot of peanut galleries out there. The first thing
Mhm.
that they see is what they think. Oh, these motherfuckers is dangerous all the way. They still dangerous now. They trying to fight and go against each other. You see, you Whack 100 arguing with him, and then him arguing with Adam, and then it's just like, no, we know that it's another side. But we don't,
I
we're not
mean,
we.
yeah,
I'm
we're
not gonna say
just
we. The
we're
peanut gallery be
entertaining
thinking that this is the only side.
right now, right?
Mhm.
Right now, if I just went off, everybody coming in.
That's a
The
fact.
world doesn't like. They want to hear the bullshit.
They don't like this man to man conversation with the woman involved, of course. But yeah, that's what I'm
The
saying.
flow of traffic, right? The flow of traffic will never get any attention. but let it be a collision on the other side of the street. It's gonna stop both sides of the freeway.
That's a
Why is
fact.
the collision on the other side of the freeway stopping this side of the freeway? Because that's what people want to see. So I understand the world we live in. I understand what I have to do to grab, people's attention to whatever it is I'm doing. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, right? A lot of things, churches, they do it. You know what I mean? Prostitutes, they do it. They do a certain thing to grab people's attention. You understand me? You go to a circus, they dress a certain way, so you know you at a circus, right? So I understand what it is now. I'm gonna say something that they ain't gonna like. 70% of the world is dumb as fuck. They basic.
Duh.
Okay, so
Duh.
they can't get mad at the 30% who understands how to move you to where we want you to be.
Got you. Got you. You hear that? Got you. Got you.
You
Got
get
you.
what I'm saying?
Got you.
You know what
I
I'm saying? Like,
do.
you know,
And I get it. And I get it.
and I'm
And,
so good at it, right? Because I'm an impulse thinker to where I could get a person engulfed in themselves in something that they know damn well it ain't what it is and spit them and they been in having a conversation that they know we ain't supposed to have because it don't make sense.
see, and I know.
You know what I'm saying? Just
I
like
know.
just like the other day when you got an R&B DM and sent her that picture, that inappropriate picture. I didn't say nothing to you, did I?
No.
Right now, see, if I start tripping right now about the inappropriate picture you sent her, then I'll be wrong. But as a man, I'm not gonna trip because I'm gonna take it like you didn't know. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Right? I don't even want no apology for you, brother. You sent her inappropriate picture. She attractive. You did what a man's supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying? Right? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, right now, all these people believe in this dumbass shit that I
Right.
just created off the top of my head.
Right.
I could have kept it going, right? And the minute you're gonna be like, yo, Wack, what the fuck you talking? Nigga, you know
Yeah.
what the fuck I'm talking. And
You
before you know it, got you
see,
in
but
go
you see
1
KP?
hour, we put it up, views, and now I'm getting paid.
You see
But
this
then
what
you
KP
know what
said,
they'll
huh?
say? That nigga Wack be tripping. No, nigga, I'm not tripping.
You almost fucked
Not,
me up though.
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
but you see how fast right? You see how fast I did it right in the middle of it, right? So it ain't that I'm tripping, it's that I know what I'm doing to entertain you. Now, if you feed off into it, great, go watch it again.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Now,
That's
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
I just did it right there in front of your face,
You ain't
and that's the shit that they'll tell you, man, that nigga be tripping. Wack knows exactly what he's doing when he's doing it. I
mm, mm,
just
mm.
did it for you.
You did. You did. You did.
oh my
She
You
didn't
did.
pay me no attention because she knows me.
And she knows her. The fuck?
You see that? You see how
That's a
fast you was like,
fact.
the minute I seen you do that, I knew where to go. I said, I got it. I got his attention.
Yeah.
Now, let me make him continue to think about something he know damn well he hasn't done.
Right. Like what?
You see
The
that?
fuck?
And then I could have left. Look, I could have just left in the middle of it. And from this point on, you'd have been like, that nigga crazy, man. You know what that nigga did? And I'm bullshitting the whole time.
oh my God. I
Now,
can't.
but guess what? That keeps them talking. That's why when it comes to people that's bigger than me, Kai Sinet, academics, if you go pull up on Google how much they're mentioned, right? Kai like 12 million, act like 5 million, whack 22 million. Because I could have just left and then left you with that and guaranteed everybody you talk to and my name come up, you're going to be like, man, that nigga crazy. Yeah, I know. It's a mention, add, mention. It's a play. Now, if you fall into the play, that's on you. I'm sitting back not paying no attention. I'm not mad at you because I know you ain't did none of the shit. Now,
Right.
if you mad about what I said you did and you know you didn't do, who the crazy one, me or you?
Yeah. Yo, this thing.
I can't.
Yo, Yo, all you
Crazy.
motherfuckers is crazy. Every last
Bro.
one of y'all.
But see, now when you see things and hear things, you're gonna be like,
No, but you put it, and see, I'm happy we had this conversation because you put it in perspective. That's crazy. Like, it's deep, man. But you know how to get to it. You know how to make that bread, man.
you know, so it's like I'll be
Crazy.
like, and I tell R&B, how many times have I told you, did they really take that serious? She told the people one day, she snitched on me one day, bro. She said he be sitting here laughing. Y'all gotta stop getting your blood pressure up
Let
there,
me tell
man.
you how bad it is. This
How bad
man,
is
this man convinced another man that his woman, who he had been sleeping with, was a transgender. He said,
what?
Yeah.
listen, I got the work. That's a transgender in your PTR, which is the profile picture on
Right,
Clubhouse. This
right.
man was literally sending him his woman's pictures saying, my woman is not a transgender.
She said, you damn fool, you just sent naked pictures of your woman to another man.
God
Hey,
damn.
I said, yo, you know the female in your PTR, the trans. No, that I said, bro, I don't care what you say you doing with that individual. That individual, I said, they told you they got kids too, right? Yeah, what you mean? I said, yeah, well, I'm telling you right now, they got kids, but they ain't the mama. Okay, so I'm just telling you what's going on. So I'm letting you know you sleeping with a transgender. This dude said,
He
I've
believed
been with her 4 years.
it.
I made this man start to believe that the woman he been with 4 years, then why have kids? Is it to a point he starts sending me naked pictures of his woman? Look at her. I said, bro, that don't mean nothing. That's a transgender. I said, look, don't say I didn't try to help you.
Get the fuck
I'm finna
out.
call her right now.
I
That's when
couldn't
I
do
had
nothing
to stop
but
him.
shake my head.
That's when
I said,
You
this is
I had to stop him. I said, bro, I'm just bullshitting with you. Don't call her. Right?
that's crazy.
So now that's what I say. Is it me or is it you? You know goddamn well. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, you know what, Wack? I do want to pay homage to you
Uh,
because for a man of your stature, you really be like looking out for motherfuckers. Like
oh
you
no.
ain't have to be. First of all, you didn't have to let me and your wife go. Have this live. Then for you to jump on, you really not a dry hater, bro. You know what a dry hater is? A dry hater is a person that's in position, but they don't give like they don't lend a hand. Like they
Nah,
like they probably.
anybody know me gonna tell you. That's all I do.
I
But
mean,
why do
you
you
fucking
think?
doing it
Listen,
now.
listen. I came in left because I want her to be in her comfort zone to have the conversation with you. I understand the mentality of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to be fluent and as real as you want to be with her and her to be the same. And it's a natural reaction to hesitate if one significant other's there because now you're rethinking what you're saying, you're overthinking, and then the delivery is a little off, which may change
Mm-hmm.
how she hears it, and then her response is a little off. So now we're not as authentic as we want to be.
Right.
So I popped in, let her know I was here, I see you, and I left so y'all can have the conversation.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
well, I
And
couldn't
then
tell if
Got you.
you left or not because it don't tell me when you leave.
yeah, I left so y'all can have the conversation, right? Because at the end of the day, even when you called me the other day, you probably tripped. I know you probably got off the phone like, was that whack? Because this nigga was just calm and cool.
Word. Like, hold on. What the fuck? Like, yo.
But what did I say before I started talking though, B McFly?
When?
Mhm.
Before we started the live, what did I say?
Oh, I want to let my man. I want my man to be in here because you want that inspiration or something like that from him. Like you
I
wanted
mean,
him to
yeah,
be in there.
I'm her biggest fan, but like I tell people all the time, once you get to know me, you'll realize how many people really don't know me. Because
That's the and that and I see that. I honestly
yeah,
see that.
yeah. Now the people that know me, if they say somebody say, yeah, man, dude, trip, they gonna say what you do. First thing they gonna say what you do. Because his first step is to correct and find resolution.
Mhm.
It's easy for me to trip. That's the easy way out. I like to challenge myself. So as soon as my mind say trip, no. What's my other options? It's like a problem. Figure out this problem. I don't want 1+1. I know what that is. Give me an algebra situation to make me think, right? What's another way of figuring this out? How can we find resolution to this? You know what I mean? And a lot of times I've been in front of people that people can't really talk to. And those are the people I'm good with because I know what I'm dealing with and I know they will intimidate others. So I know how to tap in with their energy and fight the fire with fire, but not turning up the heat, but giving him reason to turn it down. You know what I'm saying? Because a wolf will never respect a dog. He'll never respect a rabbit. Wolves only gonna respect a wolf or something greater than them. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, my first step is resolution. When the minute I stopped gang banging, I became that. You know what I'm saying? My first step is, okay, well, we see the problem. Okay, how can we solve the problem? Oh, listen, he did this. Okay, did you break that? Yeah. My God, can you put your firearm away? Right? How much did you? $300. Okay, great. You got the 300? No, I ain't got the 300. Okay, great. Listen, I'm gonna give you the 300. Me and you work out the 300. Now you got the 300. Okay, well, he owed me an apology. You feel like you owe me an apology? Man, yeah, but fuck them. I said, okay, well, listen, I got a deal for you. You give him the apology, you ain't got to pay me back the 300. Because I'm knowing dude got a gun and you my man. And I know I got a gun. And I know if he try to do something to you, I'm going to do something to him. So what it's going to cost me to bail out, hire attorneys, go through whatever I got to go through dealing with this shit. It exceeds 300. You see what
I hope
I'm
y'all
saying?
listening.
I'm always looking for resolution. Now, I'm not looking for no problems, but I ain't running from shit. If you just that's what you just want to do, okay. But I'm going to try to curb you to doing it another way. And hopefully I can leave telling myself, job well done. And then hopefully you can leave and say, damn, man, I like how dude handled that. So maybe you can mimic me the next time you're in that situation.
Copy.
See, I learned this from watching others. I know this dude is a goddamn nut, but I'm watching how he handling it. You know, damn, I don't have that in me. I need to instill that in me. We all at one time had a fuzzy TV, then we got basic cable. And then we added some channels, and then we got Showtime, and then we added pay-per-view and satellite dish. So you know what I'm saying? I keep trying to add to myself. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on how you coming and what's going on. That depends on who you gonna get.
Copy. I want to say, we need some more people from Philly on your show, man. KP, I think you like KP.
Yeah, I like KP.
Yeah, he on here too, man. We got some comedians like Marley Cobain. You got me. We gotta get on your
Yeah.
show, man, because we not getting no
KP will
love.
tell you, I come to Philly and will find him.
No, KP,
Ask me.
he was just saying something on here about you.
Yeah, I will find him where I'm at. We in the clubs, couple nephew. I love KP. Do the skits. He want to do them long raps and all the skits and all that, right? Yeah, I
Yeah,
love KP, man.
yeah.
KP a good dude. But Philly, some of my closest friends are from
Oh
Philly.
yeah.
Zachariah Ali. You know what I mean? That's my business partner. Um, I get a lot of my Sunni Muslim teachings
Okay,
from brothers and you know
yeah,
what I mean?
got you.
Yeah, understanding this and that and whatever. But no, Philly's a different place
It is.
because it's you got New York, you got Jersey, you got Philly. When people talk, they're gonna say New York, Philly, Jersey, right? And then Philly always was in some kind of way in the shadow of New York, but it wasn't because Philly's totally different from New York, right? The movement, the brothers, way y'all rock y'all beards, everything about it is totally different. And when I think Philly, you think New York, you think like hip hop. When I think Philly, I think boxing.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah,
think boxing
yeah.
in Philly. I kind of identify certain places with certain things. But Philly's a very diverse place, bro. And it's underestimated, and it's dangerous, and it's rich in culture and religion. Now you take all that and mix it up, right? You pretty much can find whatever you're looking for. You can find
Yeah,
some humble, good brothers. You
yeah.
want to find some wild brothers. You want to go, whatever you want, you looking for. Some business people. You can find whatever it is you're looking for. So,
I
but
just
nah, man, my
yo
boy,
shout out to Princess. Wait a minute, real quick. Princess right here that I pinned. Princess Banks. Man, he doing life right now, man, inside of California State Prison.
where
You know
he
what I'm
at?
saying?
What,
He
what, what prison he in?
what prison you in, Princess? What prison you in, man? And it's a lot of loopholes in his case, for sure. Hopefully he ain't go nowhere, man, because
Yeah,
like
yeah. I got a lot of people doing time, man, out here. Look for like I was telling somebody that the other day. This principle. Spied out a dice game, nigga did something, you killed him behind the principle, but not you got 30 years for $5. It's like, that's just not smart.
not,
You know what I'm
not smart at all.
saying? It's
And that's
not
what I'm trying
smart.
to do with Philly because there's so much talent in Philly, from comedians to rappers to people like me as a motivational speaker or helping people in the community and trying to. He just told you right here, Imperial, California.
Are you in Calipat somewhere? I think he might be in Calipatria somewhere. He's in Calipat probably. Yeah, I should see.
Yeah, I'll be trying to like just encourage people to like helping them get off of drugs, man. Like
Yeah,
there's so much shit that be going on, and like me and KP, we did a lot of skits together, like a lot
I
of
like
skits
KP.
together.
No, I like that,
You
brother.
know
I've
what I
been
mean?
following him for at least about 8 years now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I believe
damn.
KP might have came out and came to my studio out. He might have came out. KP, yeah, I believe, yeah, KP, like, that's my guy, man. Every time from Philly come up, I tell about KP.
Yeah, I know. I when you was talking to Mike Knox and a couple of other
Yeah,
guys over
KP.
there,
Yeah, like me and Tiffy Bay, you know
Chiefy
what I'm saying?
Bay. Shout
Me
out
and
to your Chiefy Bay is home. Yeah,
Tiffy Bay done kept the balance in a lot of situations.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Good brother, you know what I mean? Talk is another good brother.
Shout
You
out
know,
to Todd.
I done dealt with a lot of these brothers in situations that it took our voice and our maturity to deal with. But
That's what it's all
nah, man,
about.
it's bro. But Philly got a lot, man. I mean, you got Will Smith. We got our boy Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah, but we
Ain't
need some.
Kevin Hart. Is
They
Kevin
some.
Hart?
But we need new solutions for outdated problems, man. They
No, but here
still
goes the thing. You don't, because these people have the people. It
do that.
ain't about, see, people always approach them about what they have, right? Instead of saying, hey, brother, we got this thing we trying to do. I know you got some resources. Can you set up a meeting and point us in the right direction? Now you ain't asking them for theirs, but they could get on the phone and call one of their partners and set a meeting up, and that gives you favor to go sit down. People got to stop going directly at them about what they want them to do and say, hey, we're trying to build this, this gym, or do this for the schools. Can you point us in the right direction and set us up a meeting with some of those people that
I'm
that can
with you.
help us with this? We'll get on the plane and fly and whatever. Okay, he ain't asking me for no money, but you know what? I do know such and such, because I am who I am. Hey, what up, B-Hop? Yo, man, boom, 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 got some people. Okay, well, yeah, next Thursday.
Yeah, because that's all it be is just wanting the opportunity to get, like, it don't really, it's not about money.
The approach be wrong.
The approach be wrong.
Remember, we always think somebody up to